What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for joining me. If you guys like daily crypto news, make sure you subscribe. Let's hop right into it. So first off, Coinbase stock, which saw a pretty bleak fall of grace in 2022, is beating a lot of tech giants. It has returned 400% this year. And if you look at the chart, this is the weekly chart for Coinbase, it's up from a little under $80 to $160, all-time highs for this year. And it's outperforming massive tech stocks like Nvidia, which just goes to further underpin this bullish sentiment for the general crypto space. And the attacks on crypto are not ending. Elizabeth Warren, a Democrat, this says Warren's surveillance legislation is tailor-made to help big banks. These are the people that fund her and give her hundreds of millions of dollars, so it's not surprising. Her digital asset anti-money laundering act would shut down crypto providers, playing into the hands of the banking industry. Not surprising. And Ripple CTO David Schwartz tweets out, "This makes me angry," and links a United States Senate letter from 2 days ago where they say, "I write regarding a troubling new report that your association and other crypto interests are not flexing a secret weapon, a small army of former defense, national security, and law enforcement officials to work on your behalf to undermine bipartisan efforts in Congress and the Biden administration to address the role of crypto in financing Hamas and other terrorist organizations." Now, this is the headline that we see all the time, that cryptocurrency is used for things like money laundering and crime. But it makes David Schwartz angry because, obviously, as one of the biggest OGs and founders in crypto, and anyone watching this video, we know that the narrative of crypto is decentralization, and it's a lot more than just being used for crime. I mean, look at what Wells Fargo and these other big banks that have been actually convicted of money laundering hundreds of millions of dollars for illegal drug cartels, and then you want to come at crypto when the traditional finance space is doing the exact same thing. And this kind of backs up what we're saying with the crypto narrative. Is crypto here to stay or not? This was on CNBC mainstream media. Take a listen.
You don't think there's any possibility now that that either politicians or corporate leaders, Jamie Dimon and the like, say, look, this is used to fund terrorist activities. The only use case is for money laundering and nefarious means. And Elizabeth Warren says, look, Jamie Dimon is right. We need to put a stop to this. That's the horse is out of the barn. That's never happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. Listen, this is a global asset. I mean, there are so many unbelievably respected investors that believe Bitcoin has value. And so, again, I would sit, Ray Dalio and Jeff Yass and Abby Johnson and Bill Miller, and I can give you 50 of them on the other side of the table from Jamie Dimon or Elizabeth Warren and say, like, who gives you the right to say what has value? The terrorist financing illicit use cases has kind of been debunked. Yes, some crypto is used for bad things, but not nearly as much as fiat, right? I mean, Jamie Dimon's bank has paid $38 billion in fines since he's been there. $38 billion. Add up all the bad trades with crypto, it doesn't add up to $38 billion. And so should we ban JP Morgan? I mean, that's a crazy statistic.
So Gary Gensler and some of the other regulators, is it easier or safer to just not do anything, or doesn't that sort of leave investors in this country, actually around the world, just that makes it more risky than if they were to actually just take the bull by the horns and decide what to do?
There's a group of both Democrats and Republicans in D.C. that want to get legislation through. There's two pieces of legislation that would really give us a good framework around both stable coins and the rest of crypto. And it's Elizabeth Warren and the White House, the Biden White House, that is stopping that. And I think post this election, we will either have a new administration, either Democrat, Republican, and even if Biden wins, my guess is there's a new Secretary of Treasury and a new head of the SEC, and we'll
So it will be interesting with this election year coming up. What happens if there is a new presidency and it's not Joe Biden? Really quick, guys, if you want $41 for free, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny. Can get up to $25,000 in free stocks, but typically you're just going to get $40 to $300. But it's a great offer just for signing up and depositing a penny. Check out Webull in the video description below. In positive news for Ripple today, they tweeted this out a few hours ago. We're honored to be added to the Ireland Central Bank list of registered virtual asset providers, allowing us to provide digital asset services within Ireland. This is coming on the news that we got about last month that Dubai Financial Services Authority approved the digital asset XRP for use within the Dubai International Financial Center. We've also seen similar headlines in Singapore, in Japan, where Japan SBI Holdings CEO says that all banks in Japan will be using 2025. By 2025, they will all be using XRP. So we're seeing real adoption in real time. And you don't see this with things like Bitcoin. Brad Garlinghouse coming out and tweeting a quote tweet from Stuart Alderati, the head Ripple legal officer, saying Ripple is heading into 2024 with a compliance-first mindset, as we've always done. Check mark. And guys, think about all the work that Ripple did during this crypto winter. The past 2 years, they've had triple-digit percentage growth year on year, and it's only increasing, that growth being in the use of XRP. So imagine if they can do that during a crypto downtrend, a crypto winter, when a lot of companies aren't doing that well. They even hired 35% of their labor force last year. Imagine what they could do during a crypto bull run. Really interesting story here about Ripple CTO David Schwartz. He put this tweet out talking about who Satoshi is. They say, the brief history of Ripple is thought to be useful at this time as it provides valuable information on how XRP is much more advanced than Bitcoin. In 2004, Ryan Fugger, funny name, created Ripple Pay, the precursor to the XRP ledger. In Vancouver, Fugger wanted to construct a decentralized, safe online payment system that would let users issue their own money. Later on, Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb, the founder of XLM, took over Ripple Pay and renamed it to OpenCoin, which 1 year later became Ripple. Notice that only a few years later, on January 3rd, the Bitcoin network was created with Satoshi Nakamoto, who mined the starting block of the chain, known as the Genesis block. You guys want to go down a rabbit hole, look up the secret message that Satoshi Nakamoto put into the Genesis block. Pretty interesting. But a lot of people don't realize that Ripple, the company, was created long before Bitcoin. In May 2011, Arthur Brito, David Schwartz, and Jed McCaleb created the XRP ledger that works with a consensus protocol, an open source and decentralized network, as opposed to mining operations in the Bitcoin system. And we know that this consensus protocol is much more efficient than the Bitcoin protocol that is very energy inefficient. Over 10 years ago, the architects of the XRP ledger knew that one of the major issues for money, as well as for the economy in general, was going to be energy consumption and the search for carbon neutrality. And now we have this whole ESG initiative where big investment funds like BlackRock are targeting companies specifically and giving funding to these companies that abide by this carbon neutrality. David Schwartz, a former NSA employee, has stated Satoshi Nakamoto is an organization. I have been saying this too as well. He's either an organization or he's passed away. He has never moved one of his Bitcoins in his $6 billion fortune in 12 years. Who would do that? Arthur Brito is a member. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin is the test coin, beta test coin. So he's speculating that BTC, beta test coin. And XRP is the final realization. For every big revolution, it is essential to have a test and then improve it. Bitcoin right now has this narrative of digital gold, but keep in mind it was designed to be peer-to-peer payments. It has absolutely failed in that aspect. No one really uses Bitcoin for payments. XRP solves that problem. Arthur Brito's code created the 100 billion XRP on June 2nd, 2012, the birth date of XRP. He's therefore at the head of a project aimed at being a new standard. It's still nowhere to be found in the year 2023. In the age of social media, it remains anonymous. Seems to me that the real minds behind Bitcoin and Satoshi Nakamoto are the upper executive level of Ripple's team. Moving forward, guys, I want to play this clip here talking about BlackRock, Vanguard, Goldman Sachs, and Citibank, and the future of tokenization, which the XRP ledger and the Ripple team talks about tokenization a lot, and how these companies fit into that narrative.
What I can say is in terms of timing is I've been working on this for 5 years. So 5 years ago, nobody knew what it was. If you look at the banks today and the big asset managers and so on, each one of them has a team of anywhere between 20 and 400 people working on deploying tokenization-based solutions and infrastructure. It's a long build. So 23 is the year where we're building this, where we are going to have some water in the pipes, basically. Some initial deals, some transactions that you're seeing here and there, but institutional grade. What we've seen before was non-institutional grade assets going to retail and things like that. What we're going to start to see, just like KKR, but others as well. I had a conference in December, which I call the Asset Managers Are Coming. You know, we had Hamilton Lane on stage in Aberdeen, and you know, the likes of BlackRock are in the market, the likes of Vanguard and so on. So JP Morgan, as I said, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, they're all working on it. So 23 is the year where we're building the infrastructure. 24 is the year where it can start to scale. But
2024 is the year where we can start to scale that infrastructure, and I'm sure Ripple will play a large part in that. You guys made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching the full video. It's the best way to support the channel. And let me know that you're a loyal supporter by commenting infrastructure in the comment section below. See you guys next time.